everybody, and welcome to another Blu-ray update. It is that time again. Every 2 months I do one of these, and yeah, I actually thought I had another month to go. But it turns out it was 2 months ago that I did my last one, and I just cannot believe how quickly this year is going. So over the last couple of months, ever since I finally bought a 3D TV, I have actually been replacing a few movies here and there that I wanted to get in 3D, but, you know, because I didn't have anything to watch them on, I neglected to do so the first time around. So there have been a couple of movies that I've been replacing, and a few other ones that I've picked up as far as new releases and stuff, so let's get into it. Alrighty, so first cab off the rank, well, look, don't hate me, I got The Last Jedi, the 3D version, because I like it. I know there's tons of people who don't, and I'm fine with that, but at the same time, those people need to be fine with the fact that there are people who liked it. So, yeah, got the 3D version, because from what I remember seeing it in theaters, the 3D was actually pretty good, and, well, yeah, I don't know, you know, just it's Star Wars, it's 3D, two things I love, so... And speaking of, the next one I got was Rogue One, the 3D version, which this one is only a 3D disc, so yeah, obviously I will keep the other one that I got, which I think was a Steelbook version. Yeah, see, that's the problem. Whenever they release Steelbook versions, they don't release them as 3D Steelbook versions, which is, you know, it's a bit annoying, because I like Steelbooks, I really do, but I like 3D movies, and so I don't like having to choose between the two. But anyway, Rogue One, you know, it was okay, I didn't mind it, but again, Star Wars 3D. And of course, I just had to get Avengers Infinity War in 3D, and oh my god, it looks amazing! Yeah, I mean, this is still my most favorite movie of this year. In a year where there have been some really great films, but this one... it was just such an all-rounder, you know, I just love this movie, and yeah, the 3D looks so good, even on TV. There were so many shots that I was really drawn into the screen, like, yeah, it looked great, so, yeah, that was definitely a day one purchase. Okay, so another movie that I replaced, and this was a movie that I never got to see it in 3D in the theaters, and I recall at the end of my review of this movie, I did actually say, if anyone's seen it in 3D, let me know what it was like. And that was Ghost in the Shell, which surprised me. I actually really dug this film a lot more than I thought I would. And so, yeah, I thought, well, I don't know, that's just one movie that I think would look really good. And it looks so good. This has been my go-to movie to demonstrate my TV to people. That scene where Scarlett Johansson, you know, is up on top of the building near the start of the film and does the big dive off and then, you know, goes in and just, like, kicks a whole bunch of ass. Man, it really looks like you can just reach into the screen. It looked jaw-dropping. So, yeah, I'm really glad that I replaced that one. And the 2D version I ended up giving to a friend of mine who really loved the movie as well. He actually had borrowed it at the time, and I was just like, you know what, dude? You can just keep that. There was a movie that I really liked at the cinemas. I think I gave it a 8.5 or an 8 around there somewhere. And that was Beauty and the Beast. It was a really good film. And yeah, I did get the 3D version. That is only the 3D version. So I guess I'm stuck with that if ever if my TV dies or something. Yeah, never thought of that. Oh well, doesn't matter. I think it was cheap. I think I got it on eBay for like $10 or something. So yeah, there you go. And on to newer movies. I did get The Death of Superman, the DC animated flick, which, yeah, you know, this is one of those things that the DC animated movies lately have been really hit and miss. I mean, that Batman Harley Quinn movie... What was it even called? Was it called Batman Harley Quinn? It was so bad I can't even remember, but I hated that movie so much. And yeah, a lot of the other DC movies, they've I don't know, because I was buying a lot of them to start with, but then I just kind of stopped because they weren't really doing it for me. I'm happy to say this one was really good. Like, the Death of Superman story in the comics was up there with my most favorite storylines of all time, and particularly what happened afterwards, you know, with the reign of the Superman and stuff, which is going to be the next film. So yeah, that one I'm really looking forward to seeing what they do to translate it to the screen. But yeah, no, this one was really good. It was a good adaptation adaptation. That's what I'm trying to say. It was a good adaptation. And back to movies that I've been replacing. Edge of Tomorrow. This movie I love so much, and I didn't see it in the theaters because just the marketing didn't really make it look that appealing. And then when I finally got around to seeing it, oh man, it is such a good movie. And yeah, that is definitely one that I thought would benefit from 3D. Haven't actually checked it out yet. Actually, yeah, I might even do that tonight. But yeah, that is one that I definitely replaced. And again, it was like really super cheap on eBay, so you know, why not? And I also replaced SpiderMan Homecoming with the 3D version, and I'm really glad I did. This is another film that looks amazing in 3D. I mean, particularly scenes of Spider-Man swinging around and stuff, but this transfer was so good. I even found just the scenes of two people talking looked really good. There was a lot of depth to the shots and stuff. Yeah, so if you're wondering, this is definitely a great film to pick up on 3D. And then back to the new releases. I did get Deadpool 2 because it's Deadpool 2. I don't even know why. I need to explain why I got Deadpool 2. Yeah, and this was a really nice steelbook version. If I hold it too close, it's going to get all blurry, but yeah, hopefully you can see that anyway. So yeah, you know, you got your Blu-rays in it and stuff, and this is like a super duper version that's got, what, 15 minutes or so of unreleased footage? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, which, you know, in terms of the movie runtime, 15 minutes is a fair bit, so yeah, looking forward to checking that out. Haven't done so yet, but I will. Right, now, here's a movie that I said I was going to get when it came out. This is a movie that it wasn't very good, but I loved it. I loved it for all the reasons I shouldn't have loved it, being that it was kind of like The Room of horror films. And that movie, of course, is Truth or Dare. Yes, I got it. Oh, yeah, look, this is one of those movies, I think I said in the review that I don't know if I'd really watch it on my own at times, but it's the kind of movie that if you got a bunch of friends who you just want to watch a really crap movie that's going to make everybody laugh, this is the one. Like, yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing it again. It was so funny, and yeah, I just had to get it. And actually, part of the reason I got it was because Sanity had a 2 for $50 deal where they had that and Hereditary, which yeah, was kind of the polar opposite of Truth or Dare, being that this movie I gave a 10 out of 10. It is one of the best horror films I've seen since the classics, you know, since Rosemary's Baby, Exorcist, etc. And yeah, I had my friend Justin, aka Jay the Bald Guy, and his girlfriend Michelle over to watch it last weekend because they hadn't seen it yet. And yeah, he proclaimed it was possibly his favorite film of the year. She could barely watch the end. She had, like, you know, doing that thing, looking through the fingers. Yeah, so I'm never going to get sick of that film. Don't know if I can really watch it a lot because it gets to me. Like, after they left that night, yeah, I had to watch other stuff, like, just to try and keep my mind off things because yeah, that movie, it gets to me. And while we're on the subject of really awesome movies that came out this year, yeah, Upgrade. Love this movie so much, and unlike Hereditary, this is one movie that I could watch, like, pretty much once a week for forever, really. It is so rewatchable and just such an amazing action film and so surprisingly good. And I showed it to a friend of mine recently who is a huge sort of sci-fi action fan and stuff, and yeah, even he was like, oh my god, I need to borrow that to show people and stuff. So yeah, no, this is a great film. If you haven't checked it out, you should. And finally, well, these two kind of go together, really. One's a Blu-ray, one's a DVD. Look, I am a really huge fan of Jackass, the TV show, and the feature films. It's just one of those things that, to me, it transcends just, you know, a bunch of dudes hurting each other and getting paid to do it. There was just something about the personalities of all the actors on the show, and yeah, just the whole skate culture element that I really liked. But not only that, the creativity that went into some of the, especially in the feature films, you know, some of the stunts and things. So anyway, I picked up Jackass 3.5 because That was a film that I didn't end up getting because I, for some reason, just kind of thought it was going to be pretty much Jackass 3, but with a few extra things. But no, it's actually a completely different movie. Like, they had that much extra footage that, yeah, they made a whole new movie out of it. So, yeah, I got that because, like I said, I'm a fan. I don't care. And the DVD was Jackass The Lost Tapes, which, yeah, was just a bunch of early footage that hadn't been seen before, and you know, some archival stuff. So yeah, no, I've been having a good laugh at those. So there you go. Alrighty, so that concludes everything that I have bought in the last 2 months. Yeah, I don't think this one was quite as big as the previous one, but yeah, a lot of replacing there. So, as always, fire away in the comments. Let me know what you thought of some of these things, and a couple of other questions. Are there any movies out there that you guys can recommend that look really good in 3D that maybe I should probably look into getting? And also, if you're a Jackass fan, who is your favorite Jackass cast member? Because I was having this conversation with a friend of mine recently, and it turns out we were both really big Chris Pontius fans.
You might know of me from that book that you read, but those things that were written about me aren't true. For one thing, God didn't invent circumcisions. I did.
I don't know, just something about that guy. I just think, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it is. There's just something. But I'd love to know who yours is. Who's your most favorite and your least favorite? So yeah, by all means, throw me some comments down below. Also, coming up, I think I've got 3 or 4 more videos left to go for my 250th video, and I'm going to be doing a Q&A video. So if you want to, I've already started getting some questions from people, about 98% of which involve Bongo. But if you guys want to fire away any questions, yeah, drop them down below. And yeah, obviously you'll get a shout out and stuff. And yeah, really looking forward to doing that. So drop me some comments either here, Facebook or Twitter. All the social media links are in the description below, because I like to talk about movies and I would love to talk about movies with you. I'll catch you next time.
Click subscribe to stay up to date with all the latest movie reviews. Skynet will be taking over any day now, so what have you got to lose? Nyah.